Right around 3,000 pounds, the old 16 BHS Wolf Pup, which is a member of the Cherokee family here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a member of Forest River's #1 selling series of travel trailers, #2 and growing by leaps and bounds in the overall marketplace right now. What is it that makes these little critters sing? You know, they sure seem to be only increasing in popularity. That's what I want to focus on in this video. And the thing is, everybody who builds a little single axle mini camper bunkhouse like this, they all build this floor plan. So why is the Wolf Pup proving so much more popular than pretty much all of them, with very few exceptions? It's a bunch of little things, but usually when you get to a small series of camper like this, oh, by the way, if you want to see if we have this in stock available and how we have it equipped, if you want to see pricing or you want to check full specs, we don't do hidden fees. You can see all that in the link in the HaylettRV video description if you're just on YouTube. If you're already on our website or something, then you should already have access to all the other information. Or you're always welcome to call our team here at Haylett. It's like if you visit that link and you see that it's not listed there, that means we're currently sold out. Give us a call. We'll let you know when we got the next one coming in, because this is a rank and file model that we're always going to try to keep on hand. So back to the original task at hand. Why is this such a popular series of camper? Usually when you're in single axle mini campers, you get very basic level equipment. The Cherokee family is a very highly equipped stick-built trailer, and that's something that doesn't usually go together. Usually stick-built type construction means very, well, how can I say this nicely? Very simple on the amenity curve. Well, these guys said, forget that. We're going to load this sucker up. Who cares if it's small? We're going to build it just like we build everything else, loaded with features. For instance, right up front here, you've got this larger baggage compartment door. First of all, a lot of brands will give you a small door, but then you get down here and it's just this big expansive compartment. Now the entire bed is on struts. You've got a double strut system to easily lift that bed to get to the storage from the inside or outside, so cargo shift is not a problem. Now in a small camper like this, you have to really take into account where you're going to put stuff, like water heater, like water pump. Well, they've put that in an area that's not easy to access, but is for day-to-day use, but it's still easy to access when it comes time for winterization. You can get your bypass valves and everything there. So smarter design is part of that. Little things like the little solar prep and whatnot that we have on here. This is a 7-foot wide model. You do have a narrow body that makes towing simple. There are some 8-foot wide campers in this segment, and they will offer a little more interior space. But the general focus of this segment of travel trailer, in my view anyway, and you form your own opinions, is that this is made for lighter weights and enhanced towability, and that's what the 7-wide body accomplishes. It is not wider than your vehicle, so you're reducing headwinds. You get better side lane visibility, and what's nice is this is still pointed up front like all the other Cherokee campers. We've got the incredibly well reinforced, you can hear the skeletal structure under that, and this is a heavy duty painted aluminum nose sweep, not fiberglass, so you're not going to have the potential for fade issues. And that's what I like about this. This little guy is built to perform and last and continue to look like this for a long time, and that's what's great about this. This is not a throwaway camper. This is something you can own for a while. Now everything requires normal upkeep, but that's the thing, this doesn't require special upkeep to stay in good shape. It requires normal upkeep. Still have a diamond plate up front. You can save a few bucks on a camper by peeling that out of there. An auto ignition water heater, bigger windows. You know, these are things that you find here on this Cherokee that are not common in little campers like this. Like good looking mag wheels, for instance. Now, some versions of this floor plan have the bunkhouse storage garage, some don't. That's actually what the S stands for, because a lot of people say they call it a BHS. Where's the slide out? I guess it means storage. We get too wrapped up on labels. The alphabet soup of this business will trip you up pretty bad sometimes. But so we've got this big wide baggage compartment door here. When you're going down the road, you don't need bunks, so the bottom up bunk flips up. You can kind of latch it in place up top there, and now we've got this big wide open storage area in here that you can put in your grills, your chairs, all kinds of big stuff in here. And notice even our bunk deck, this is tongue and groove plywood. You know, that's the same stuff that, like, the floors are made out of in this. They just use better materials. Speaking of better materials, that allows them to have a full walk-on roof in the little puppy dog. which is something a lot of single axle mini campers don't have. Now you see that cargo travel rack on the back. That'll be on every one of these Wolf Pups with the exception of the 17RP, because it's a sort of toy hauler with a rear ramp door, so obviously you can't do that. The spare tire does not need to come off that, by the way, to fold that down. So power awning is another nice thing. Not all, more now. More of these single axle little campers have a power awning now than they used to. That's one of the things I've watched evolve here at HaylettRV. We carry several, like 5-6 different series of little campers like this. We have this floor plan available in just as many manufacturers, because again, if they're worth their salt, if they build a single axle camper, they're going to build this little bunkhouse floor plan, because it's just the best way to accomplish bunks in a little space. Over here, outside TV hookups. Now, Wolf Pups aren't going to include a TV from the factory. If you choose to add one, though, you're all set up to take it outside. Now, these are actually LED backlit speakers, which is kind of cool. So you do still get some cool patio lighting outside. And it's all right under your awning. So even on a little drizzly day, you can hang out here, watch the game, sit in your chair, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. Bigger entry handle. That's another big trailer feature on a little camper. A friction hinged entry door, you know, so the wind doesn't slam it open or closed. And these new steps, Cherokee went all in on these things with MORryde. They are fantastic. I like seeing these on small campers, because a small camper, it's easier, especially a shorter box length like this. It's more violent when you get in and out of the camper. The whole camper rocks around a little more. But since these things are actually have foot pegs that are supported on the ground, and by the way, those pegs are adjustable. So if you're on uneven ground, or if sometimes the ground here is higher than at a previous site, you can adjust these. But they're just super steady. I mean, you can jump all over these things and the trailer basically doesn't move. So, I mean, even outside here, there's a lot of things that are common in the industry. Like these features I've shown you, you find them all over the place in the travel trailer market, but not in the small camper market. And that's what I like about this. Like, it has a bigger air conditioner. It has an antenna that you don't have to crank up and down. It's a better entertainment system. It's extra things they've put in the Wolf Pup you don't usually find in the marketplace. Quick battery swap, and I'll meet you inside. So all of the big camper features in a small camper, that doesn't just stop on the exterior. That actually continues right through to the interior. And that's one of the things I like about the Cherokee family of trailers here at HaylettRV, is the consistency. You see the same thing done the same way every time. It doesn't matter if the camper's big or small. They do the same things the same way. So again, full-size, bigger air conditioner. That'll give you more cooling capacity in this, which is really nice in the hotter climates, because we do sell these things all over the place. And they used every ounce of overhead space they could for storage. You know, they put really big compartments in here, because storage is worth its weight in gold. Every ounce counts, and not a bit of space has gone to waste in here. They don't use a cheaper stereo in the smaller Wolf Pups. They use the same better Furrion system they use in everything else. AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. If you look real close, you see you can actually take calls through your camper. This is a microphone. That's an answer and decline or end call button. You can literally talk to people through your camper hands-free, which is kind of nice. Speaking of phone integration, you're going to find USB plugs around every sleeping space in this thing. They are USB crazy at the Cherokee family, and I thank them for it. It means that this thing it just integrates into life a little better, because like I might be a little tech addicted. I got way too many USB rechargeable gadgets that are with me every day, and I need that. So no slides means completely carpetless and easy cleaning. So you can use a Swiffer, not a vacuum. You know, it's just less space you have to worry about packing stuff in your camper. Again, the whole bed is on an easy lift, so that makes it, you know, very simple to get to all of your pass-through compartment storage down there. If you're paying attention, if you look real close, you notice there's actually a little recessed headboard pocket down here too. And that's a great place for extra just little personal items. And you additionally have a shelf up here for like CPAP machines and whatnot. And wouldn't you know it, we've got a power outlet right here to be able to run those things. All the windows in here open for ventilation, which is something that is not common in the little camper business. Ventilating windows cost more money. Cherokee's using both ventilated windows and bigger windows. You know, this is not my least expensive series of single axle mini camper. However, here at HaylettRV, despite all of the different brands that build similar layouts to this, the Cherokee Wolf Pup is the fastest selling thing in its category. And that's saying something. I mean, we carry some serious brands, including the #1 selling series of travel trailers here. And yet, in this segment, these guys are actually ruling the roost. And it's because of little things like the extra amenities, the niceties. Some people don't want big, but they still want nice, and that's what this is. Like, we still have all press membrane thermal foil countertops, whether it's the tabletop, the countertop, whatever it is. It's a sealed edged, it's waterproof. You know, water can't seep into it. This is the smallest camper for people like, well, I need to try to sleep 5. Short of a tiny hybrid, this is the only way you can accomplish that. 1, 2, this will fold down to 3, and then 4 and 5. Now, you're absolutely packed in here, but it can be done. We've also got the nicer pleated shades instead of metal mini blinds, and we've got all LED lights. Again, nicer big camper features in a small camper. Now again, you want to save a lot of money. You start peeling lights and windows out of things like this extra big overhead window up there. You want to make this camper cheaper. That's the first thing that would go. And I see that done in a lot of brands. And there's nothing wrong with that, because some people are like, listen, no more than I camp. I want the simplest, least expensive thing I can possibly get my hands on. So I understand the value to that. But these are the guys that went a little further. Your TV hookups are up here. So if you want to pedestal mount a TV, or if you want to get cute with a swing arm somewhere, you can do that. Big overhead cabinet. And what I like is they didn't recess this. You notice that the cabinet style right here, it's flush all the way to the microwave. They didn't shrink this back against the wall. It means that this has bigger cabinetry. That's one of the reasons the Wolf Pup 16 BHS here at Haylett's is a little bit heavier, about 90 to 100 pounds heavier on average than similar layouts from other brands, but it also has things like the bigger air conditioners that weigh a little more, and bigger cabinetry that weighs a little more. Things that you're going to want and enjoy every single camping trip. Partial stainless bundle, because again, this is what they use in big Cherokee and Grey Wolf models, so why not use it here in Wolf Pup? It only makes sense. I talked about the waterproof counters. I do like that breeze window in the kitchen. That's just a smart feature. High-rise faucet makes easier to clean bigger stuff too. Over here. Now, someone's going to say, why did they block that off? Because there's like gas plumbing and things back there that you don't want cargo to shift and break, so they've protected that for you. But the rest of it is wide open and available for some pretty impressive storage, actually. Speaking of that, this is your converter panel. If you're not familiar with what that is at your house, you'd call that your fuse box, basically. This is your propane furnace right here, so you are good if you are, camping in reasonable weather conditions. If it's sub-freezing, nothing in this size and category is made to withstand that. But over here, we've got some pretty good, you could convert this into a closet or pantry. Whatever you want it to be, this space kind of is. It's sort of a blank canvas in that way. Now here, the thing that I think has made the Wolf Pup, what made it a breakout star was the fact that they were really one of the first brands of trailers in this category, the little single axle category, that went with a dry bathroom. They were one of the first. And a dry bathroom is where the toilet is not in the shower. And they also have plenty of legroom here. They have a foot flush pedal. So adults, you can actually still use this. It's not just the kids' bathroom. A lot of people in these little campers don't end up using the bathrooms whatsoever anyway. Now, we've got a normal tub for the kids in case you got little ones you got to hose off. We do have protective shower wall surround paneling. So, I mean, all the necessities are handled there. The 2 single bunks, I mean, not much to say there, although I do like the fact, again, that you do have that window up there for extra lighting and extra airflow. Now, down here, again, USB plugs plus the kids' own little night light. So, all the necessities are there, and then a lot of the fun trimmings are here, too. And that's what makes the Wolf Pup so popular here at Haylett's. It's the little one that does, where the other brands don't. This is the one that does. And if what you're looking for is just the simplest, least expensive thing possible, we have lesser equipped trailers too. And it's not that they're necessarily built any better or different. It's just that this is the one that has all the trimmings. So, if the dollars are even remotely similar, this is going to be the better buy. Little detail stuff too, like the fact that this has 4 corner stabilizer jacks. So when things that only have 2 rear jacks on a short little wheelbase like this, well, I guess not wheelbase, but length, you know what I mean, they tend to rock and roll around. The 4 jacks on a small camper like this, the thing is rock steady, in addition to the extra stability you get when people come and go from that little now you see it, now you don't folding step system. Those are just fantastic. Every year they just continue to progress forward, and they continue to not be content with what is the definition of a basic level trailer. They continue to push the envelope at Cherokee. And that's something I like here at Haylett's. I'm not up for the status quo. I'm the type of person who always wants to see what's next. What's over that next horizon. That's what I look for. And that's where these guys are headed. They're always one step ahead. They're on the next mountaintop when someone else is still climbing out of the previous valley. So that sounds interesting to you. All metaphors aside, if what you're looking for is a nicely equipped little camper, well, here you go. Now here at Haylett's, we only do everything, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, whatever. Doesn't matter where you live, it's on wheels. We'll get it there. All we need is the opportunity. I mean, think about it. Doesn't matter where you live. If you call and we can't put together a better deal for you, you're literally out nothing. You're exactly where you were when you started. But what if we could? You won't know until you find out. So give us a ring, we'll make it happen. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.